music is timeless and will enthrall and fascinate any generation. The soulful and joyous atmosphere created with his voice and his orchestra was always cause for celebration. When they spoke of war, he was an architect for peace. While turmoil stirred amongst the land in civil combat, his lyrics and melody became the bridge between love and hate. Welcome, viewers, as we embark on the DocuSeries, How Bob Marley Saved Jamaica. Bob Marley was born in Jamaica from a Jamaican woman and a Caucasian man. His mom was about 16 when she met his father, who was about in his 60s. He was from Trenchtown, grew up in poverty. Music was a way that Bob could see for himself and his family to escape. He began to work on his songs with a gentleman named Desmond Decker, and found himself in a legendary group called the Wailers, who consisted of Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, and of course Bob himself. The group would work relentlessly for a couple of years before reaching a good amount of recognition. As Bob's celebrity grew, it was known that his faith and belief everyone was supposed to live a happy life. This was intertwined within his music that created a dispute between him and the powers to be, as they wanted the music to be more commercial. Bob decided to travel to the U.S., particularly Delaware. At that time, he married Rita Marley. He worked regular jobs and would play and practice his music in his spare or free time. He would decide to head back to Jamaica, and there he started an independent label and laid a track called Bend Down Low, which went #1. Only the Jamaican stations wouldn't play his music at first, but eventually that changed. Classic after classic was produced and put out for the world's consumption. There was a time where Bob discovered he had other family and siblings from his father, and he decided to go meet them and him. When he got to a place where he thought his father would be, the people there were shocked to see such a resemblance between Bob and the family, but turned Bob away because they weren't fond of his type of people. Bob, hurt by this, decided to write a song about this experience called Cornerstone.
Just wanted to play you a song which we were told Bob, after he went to see your father and he felt rejected, he wrote this song about that experience. I'm just very curious to know what you think
really?
of it.
I'd be interested to hear it.
The stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. Sing it, brother. The stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. Nice song.
Being rejected because the color of his skin made Bob seek therapy in his music. Bob and the Wailers would reach new heights as they would perform in London and toured both England and the U.S. This tour wouldn't land a huge payday for the group, but it gained them supreme recognition in other countries. In the mix of all of this, Bob would watch his family grow. He would find himself as a solo act as both Peter and Bunny would leave the group. This helped his legend grow even more. He'd go back to Jamaica and make 56 Hope Road his home, and everybody would come there. He would love it there as he would interact with everyone, play football, help everybody enjoy their company, and enjoy himself. His grace brought him great pleasures, but he never lost his focus of the message in his music. Somewhere in the mix, there began to be a difference in politics as a war would start to form. The two sides were dubbed PNP and JLP. Bob grew up with a lot of the guys that were involved in this. And after doing a concert with the legend Stevie Wonder, he would see Wonder donate half his concert pay to the Jamaican School of the Blind. Taking note of this and seeing what Stevie had just done, Bob was moved and decided to use that same idea concept and quell the political tensions by doing a free concert of his own. Some in his circle believed that he shouldn't do it because the permissions had to come from the Prime Minister, who loved the idea. However, it would look as if Bob was doing the concert for the minister himself and not for the country, as the election was nearing. Because Bob had friends on both sides, it began to stir up some confusion. There were people who felt that Bob was playing the middle, and there began to be rumblings that the concert would get shot up. One night, after the music group was rehearsing, they decided to take a break. During that break, gunmen would run up on the scene and shoot multiple people, including Bob. Thankfully, no one died during this assassination attempt. Almost everyone was against Bob going on with the concert, but Bob decided to go on. Bob made it to the concert full of what looked to be a sea of people. When he got on stage, he proceeded to show his wounds. The crowd went into an uproar. He started to perform, and the whole concert seemed to be in a state of euphoria.
Bob was not afraid. Bob knew that if anything happens while he's doing his work, he knows that the Almighty God is protecting.
If you lacked faith before then, you could not deny it after that, man. Oh, my feet. Oh, my feet. Oh, God's the way. Don't water in the world. In Jamaica. In Jamaica, y'all. In Jamaica. In Jamaica, y'all. If you're gonna help poor people, help them right. Oh, Jah, help us society. God's the way that He understands y'all. Don't
After this, Bob would leave Jamaica to head to England. When he left, tensions between the two rival political sides would again increase. Bob decided to come back to throw a peace concert for over 100,000 people. When he arrived back to Kingston, he got on stage and had a supremely spiritual performance. It was amazing.
To make everything come true, we got to be together. Yeah. And through the spirit of the Most High, His Imperial Majesty, and Bride Selassie, we're inviting to leading people of the slave to be here, to shake hands, show the people that you love the Christ, show the people that we're gonna unite, show the people that we're all right, show the people that everything is all right.
I actually played a wrong note. He started singing, watch what you're doing.
What you doing?
Everybody thought he was trying to tell the people out there, you gotta watch what you're doing, but he was really talking to me.
He was very spiritual.
Towards the end, Bob brung both prime candidates on stage and created a legendary moment in Jamaican history.
Could we have up here on stage here the presence of Mr. Michael Manley and Mr. Edward Seattle? Oh! I just want to shake hands and show the people that we're gonna meet them right. We're gonna unite. We're gonna meet them right. We got to unite. Get.
He didn't plan it at all. It was spontaneous.
I'm waiting. Hold on. Help us all pray. Anything could have happened at that point. I was just praying that the people didn't get foolish and start shooting again.
There was no preachment or anything like that. He just took our hands and with a few words, held it up above his head. And at that moment, everybody was one.
It's that marriage of everything. He just embodied it all in one person.